All right, here's part two, and here we're going to be identifying the actual rock name for each of the rocks. So you've got your three tabs open, and here we go. So I'm hoping at this point that you have filled in all of the rock types, igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic, because the observations and description that you're going to make are going to be different for each rock type. I went ahead and did a couple examples for you, so these are kind of a gimme. 6 and 7 are both igneous. So when we look at the rock guide for igneous rocks, the specific observations we're going to want to make are texture. Texture doesn't mean how it feels. Texture means how big are the minerals? Are they big or coarse, or are they small? Are they visible at all? Are minerals visible in some parts of the rock, but not everywhere? Those are all aspects of texture. The other observation you're going to make is color. Are there mostly light minerals, mostly dark minerals, or a mix? Then we're going to look at those two things together. So first of all, texture. So if the minerals are too small to be seen in some or all of the rock, that means that rock is extrusive or volcanic. Those words mean the same thing. Volcanic means it came out of a volcano, and extrusive comes from exit, means it exited the earth, like out of a volcano. Intrusive rocks or plutonic rocks are rocks that were magma that cooled in the earth. And those words mean the same thing. They stayed inside. You can remember that, inside. And Pluto was the Greek god of the underworld, and so underworld is underground. So plutonic or intrusive rocks formed underground. In intrusive rocks, the minerals are going to be large everywhere in the rock. Everywhere are large enough to be seen with the naked eye. In extrusive rocks, once the lava erupted, it cooled much more quickly, and so the minerals did not have time to grow, and so some of the minerals might be large, but in a lot of the rock, the minerals will be small. So that's what you'll judge, is the size of the minerals. Then we'll look at the color, and each of those could be most dark, and dark is it mostly dark minerals? Light would be mostly light minerals, or medium is a mix. And then that would give us the rock name. And of course, all extrusive or volcanic rocks formed at a volcano. Intrusive rocks, same thing. We'll look dark, medium, or light, and then decide if they formed, they would all have formed in magma underground. So if I go and look at a sample 7 here, and this is a nice igneous rock, and we can see that it's got minerals only in some parts of the rock. A lot of this rock is just kind of this tannish stuff, but these white things are all minerals. And so that tells us that most of the rock has minerals that are too small to be seen, so it is an extrusive rock. And so I would go back to that observations, and I would say minerals are too small to be seen in most of the rock. The minerals that we do see in this one are all white. There's a couple dark ones, but they're pretty much light. So I would go back and say light minerals are visible, or something like that. And then I can use the rock guide, and I say, oh, its minerals are too small to be seen in some of the rock, and it's light, so the name of that rock is rhyolite, and it formed in a volcano. So I'd fill in here rhyolite and volcano. I can type here. And then number 7. Oops, that was number 7. I put it in the wrong place. I'll just move that. So this is sample 6. 6 is going to look really different. And 6 has got minerals in all of the rock. All those white things, all those black things, those are all minerals. So they've got large minerals in the whole rock. And you can see it's about half dark minerals and half light minerals. So I'll go to my guide here, and we've got minerals everywhere are large enough to be seen. They're a mix of medium, and so the rock name is diorite, and the environment of formation is magma underground. So I would go to this rock, and I would enter all that information into the right place. Now I put that right up there. So I would write the observations. This is still igneous. Our rock name is diorite, and then that tells us it formed from magma underground. So I'll tell you in the next video how to deal with metamorphic and sedimentary rocks.